Ocean pollution, the world of plastic we drown in today. The birth of plastic. Plastic wasn't invented until the late 19th century, and production really only started around 1950. It was only after the 2000s that more than 50% of the world's plastic was produced. So from the 1950s to 2018, we had produced around 9.2 billion tons of plastic to deal with. Of that, more than 6.9 billion tons became waste. And of that waste, 6.3 billion tons of plastic never made it to the recycling bin. Production has only increased since then, and a new estimate is that more than 90% of all plastic does not get recycled. And what happens to that plastic? Well, it's unclear how long it will take for that plastic to completely biodegrade into its constituent molecules. Estimates range from 450 years to never. So what does all this plastic do? It kills wildlife and destroys ecosystems. Plastic fishing lines entangle turtles and seabirds. Plastic pieces of all sizes choke and clog stomachs of creatures who mistake it for food, from tiny zooplankton to giant whales. Sea turtles found near the Great Pacific Garbage Patch were eating so much plastic that it made up more than 3/4 of their diet. Plastic eaten by fish ultimately enters our food chain when we consume seafood. Plastic pollution also contributes to climate change and global warming. But we don't think of this while grabbing another plastic bag or drinking from another plastic bottle. But in reality, plastic is choking the planet, from emissions caused in its production to the animals harmed when it leaks into our oceans. Nature is not disposable, it is essential. But humans are apparently too dependent on plastic to care about wildlife, or at least that's what our actions are saying. The plastic we produce kills millions of marine animals every year. Nearly 700 species, including endangered ones, are known to have been affected by it. So what do? Well, we can start in our own homes. Much of the plastic that gets wasted is because people don't take the time to recycle properly. So recycle properly. See what types of plastic your local recycling center accepts, or simply rinse your plastic items and put them in the recycling bin instead of just throwing it into the garbage bin. Or reduce the amount of plastic you even produce, like avoiding single-use plastics and using reusables instead. Serve your community by participating in beach cleanups. Support plastic bans and ocean pollution organizations. Avoid products with microbeads that causes plastic particle water pollution and is hazardous to many animals. Use less fertilizer. Buy a 4Ocean bracelet. Every bracelet purchased funds the removal of 1 pound of trash and instantly identifies you as a member of the Clean Ocean movement. Or simply start by getting educated and spreading the word. Sign petitions and donate. We created the problem, so we all have to speak up in order to solve this problem. We have no excuse, but we are running out of time. We've got to speak up now, change our lifestyles now, before it's too late. Because if we keep going at the rate we are at the moment, estimates are that by 2050, there will be more plastic than fish in the ocean. And we can't let that happen. It's time to rise up and stop torturing our oceans.